EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough from the 6. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Takes it to about the 37. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. This is Swift on the counter. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Darby. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. In motion right is Wilson. From the gun on 3rd down. Darby. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
It's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On first down, Darby. That swung out wide to Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Patriots at 8-8 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking to throw on second down. Darby looking for Campbell downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Hands it off out of the gun. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 54 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Off the play fake. Darby. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Lance. He sets to fire deep.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Darby looking for Campbell downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Darby throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Let's go now.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker, but also he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward, because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Off play action. Darby.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
It's out. 10 seconds.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway.
Takes it at the 7.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Darby. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Switch, yellow, opposite, green.
Swift going to try up the middle. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, Swift. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run in Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13.
Lions 16, Patriots 3. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Darby. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down. Darby. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 4th down, Darby eluding the pressure right. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st and 10, Darby. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Lance now on 1st down. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
From midfield, here's Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Strike. Check strike.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Off the play fake. Darby. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give right side Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Lions are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Lions 23, Patriots 3.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Darby.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. 102 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Flush to his right.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Now Lance.
Steps away to his left. Touchdown!
DeAndre Swift.
A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there.
He's got a man complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Jack right. Red green. Red cycle.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd down, Darby. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
On the ready.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Darby. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Detroit,
a victory in Week 18 gives him a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Patriots,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.